If you're looking to bring new life to old wood, at some point you're probably going to need sandpaper. But what kind of sandpaper? There's different grits, different types. It all depends on the project you're doing. So for example, let's say you're working on a project where you need to take off all the paint, you want to strip it all the way down to the bare wood, and maybe you're going to stain it. You're going to want a really abrasive material to take that off. So something in a lower grit sandpaper like a 60. Now sandpaper comes in all different grits. The lower the number, the more abrasive. So 60 grit is a really good choice to start stripping this wood. Before we even think about stripping any wood though, you want to make sure that there's no lead paint in it, and you can buy little kits that will test that. Now, of course, on a bigger project, you're going to want to bring in the power tools. I've got an orbital sander here loaded up with 60 grit sandpaper made for this specific tool, and this will take it off super quick. Okay, so now let's say you just need to rough up the surface. You don't want to take all the paint off, you just want to scratch it up so that the paint has something to stick to. So you're going to use something like a 120. 120 grit is perfect for this because it doesn't take off too much, it's not so aggressive, but it definitely does rough up the surface. Now you could put this on an orbital sander, which is fine. You just need to be careful because it can, again, like with the 60 grit, can really take off more material than you need to. So finally, let's talk about the finer grit sandpapers like 220 and up. These are great for in-between coats. So let's say, for example, you're putting on 3 coats of polyurethane on something. In between each coat, you want to take off just the little high spots. Maybe there was dust in the air, maybe there was bubbles, just that part to smooth it all out. Okay, so you just want to do it very lightly. You're going to start to see, in particular with polyurethane or any kind of varnish, white powder forming, and that's all you need to do. All right, so no matter what project you've got going on, just make sure you use the right grit for the job.